Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I posted, but you know, life gets in the way and you do what you gotta do. But I wanted to take a minute and record this video addressing an issue that I know a lot of us have dealt with, but I think I've found a little bit of a unique solution for, and I wanted to talk about it. So, have you ever built a parts gun that came out 95% the way you wanted it, but just that little 5% kept it from being exactly what you wanted? I know I have, and this is one of them. So this is a little 10.5-inch parts gun I put together. The Noveske 10.5-inch barrel, Volter upper, Santen lower, Centurion trigger. It's a solid gun. All the parts are quality, works, it shoots really, really well. Obviously it's in Noveske, so it's a little bit gassy, but you know, I'm a left-handed shooter, so they're all gassy to me. So it doesn't really bother me all that much. But there was one little issue, and this is an issue I've dealt with in the past, and it was a large reason why I kind of abandoned carbine length handguards for the longest time. And that is the location of the weapon light. Now for this one, I didn't want to add a tape switch and a bunch of cable management and have to deal with all the added failure points and connection points and dielectric grease and having to deal with zip ties or any of that kind of stuff. I just wanted a simple thumb cap weapon light, no frills, none of that stuff. And so that's what I did. I put my Mod Light 18650 on there. I got a Surefire Z68 thumb cap on it, and I trust them. They're reliable. They work. But here's the problem. Because of my body geometry, and I would say I'm only 5'9", pretty average build, I would say that as far as arm length and things go, my body geometry kind of fits the mold for most guys. And what I found, every single time I've built a gun with a carbine length handguard and a thumb cap light switch, I have to deal with this, where my standard shooting stance, standard shooting grip, the light, the thumb cap, sits right in the crook of my hand. Makes it very difficult to actuate without having to break my grip and come back. And it's not optimal. It's annoying. It's not life-ending, but it's annoying. And for the longest time, that kind of completely turned me off to regular thumb cap builds. I just said, nah, screw it. I'll deal with the tape switch. I've used them enough. I trust them enough to do what I got to do. And I have spares, so if one goes down, I can just toss on a new one. But I didn't want to do that for this one because I had the upper, and I'm a big Voltor or Ultor. Still not sure on which one of those is right, but I'm a huge fan of the polyolithic uppers, as some of you well know. So I went looking for what I could do to address this. I tried to find if there were other tape switches, or and I've done the extended light wings, the Unity light wings, the Arasaka light bars. I've done all that stuff, and they work, but they're flexible, they're bendy, and those have their own issues to deal with, and for various reasons I've abandoned those as well. So up until now, there wasn't really anything that really fit that bill, but I have found something that recently came on the radar. This is from Valhalla Tactical, and what this is an omnidirectional activator. This installs into the Z68 thumb cap, and it allows you to access the thumb light from either side of the rail without having to get up in behind it, break your firing grip to get to that light button. So I'm going to put this together and I'm going to demo it real quick, and we're going to see how I like it. Be right back. All right, and there she is, installed right into the Z68, the Valhalla Tactical Omnidirectional Actuator, or ODA, and it's pretty cool. It actually allowed me to reconfigure the light completely, so instead of having it inboard on my weak side so that I hit it with the thumb like the regular Z68 does, where I have to break the grip and get to it. It actually allows me to put my light back to the outboard side that I prefer, and I can easily access the light from that side, and if I need to, I can access it from here using my thumb if I'm having to shoot weak side. Very ergonomic. I don't have to break my shooting grip. I don't have to worry about losing support. Now, one big issue that I have that some of you might know is I have some pretty gnarly nerve damage in my support hand, and so anything that I can do to minimize the amount of movement that these fingers have to do is going to be a really big benefit for me when it comes to muzzle control. So being able to activate that light very quickly without having to move those support fingers is a huge benefit for me. Now, there is no free lunch with this thing, and one of the potential drawbacks, if this is a priority for you, is that once you have this installed, you don't have, you lose your constant on capability. This is a momentary only actuation. It doesn't push it far enough to click. So that's something you'll have to contend with. And then also, because you're basically taking the actuation from inside the fence of the Z68 and leaving it way out here wide open for anything to come and touch, I would highly recommend, if light discipline and light NDs are something that you're worried about, to also get the Valhalla Tactical throw lever that allows you to use it with your thumb, kick that throw lever over, and it turns your light off. No accidental discharges, nothing to worry about. And then when you need it back, thumb back out, and boom, your lights are back working again. So very, very cool little thing. Kind of a creature comfort more than anything else, but it does add more options to your ability to optimize your firearm to your body, which, as everybody knows, I'm a stickler for optimization. And I'm going to put it through its paces. I'm going to see if I see any other glaring negatives. I will comment about them in the comments. But initial impressions are pretty good. The machining is really, really good. It's all aluminum. There's no unnecessary polymers. Very well made, and the way it works is this little nub right here. There's a paddle on the inside, kind of like a plunger, and when you push against it, it pushes against the main button, and it comes with 3 different paddles. They look like this. They look like little discs. And each of these paddles is slightly different thickness, very, very slight. We're talking like fractions of a millimeter. But I guess they're supposed to adjust the sensitivity, I'm guessing. I tried all 3 and I didn't see a significant difference between any of them. So I just left the thickest one in there, and it seems to work just fine. But there you have it. It's not much. I think for the whole thing, including the throw lever, I think it was $40. So it's not an expensive upgrade at all. And if you're trying to put together a gun on a budget, but you want ambidextrous capability, this might be the way to go. It eliminates tape switches, it eliminates cable management, it eliminates all the failure points, and it's a cheap little upgrade. So if I find anything else, I'll keep you posted. But you might want to take a look at it. Valhalla Tactical ODA omnidirectional actuator. See you in the next one.